So Meg Thee Stallion dropped her documentary in her own words on Amazon Prime. And in the documentary, she talks about everything. It's like it showcases the beginning of her career to where we see her today, the death of her mom, the Tory Lanez shooting, her friendship with Kelsey, a bunch of different stuff. I wanted us to start from the beginning. She goes into detail because I had known that Megan had lost her mom. I had known that her mom was dealing, or like it was like a sudden sickness. But she actually gets more in detail about the moment that she found out her mom was sick and then the passing of her mom. Let's take a listen.
My mama, she called me and she was like, man, I keep up my words. She was like, I really think something is wrong. Like, I'm talking really slow. I feel funny. I need you to call 911. I don't want to freak out because I don't want to freak her out. It was a tumor in her brain. We was just like, damn, like, how long this been going on? Like, and what does that mean? It's like she started giving me like a pep talk, like she knew something was about to happen to her. And then she started having back-to-back seizures. That was like she's just not responding. Like, I'm in shambles. And they had to like put her under. She was just brain dead. Like, so I stayed up there every day. I just was praying that she could just shake back from it. And once I realized she wasn't coming back, I was just like, damn, I can't keep her like this. So I had to make the decision to, I guess, pull the plug. She just passed like the next day.
You know, I went to sleep after her mother passed, but it wasn't just that her mother passed. Like, her mother was her world.
What?
Her everything.
Her best friend, her manager, the assistant. And she was sitting in the court. You see her sitting in, like, with Megan practicing her dance, and she like, no. She was teaching her how to breathe on stage. Like, it was
because her mom used to rap.
Her
mom used to rap, and you can see that her mother was living her dreams through Megan, so she was like the perfect everything for me.
And when I saw that part, I thought, like, man, like, all this was happening when Big Old Freak was getting big. This was 2019.
Big Old Freak, yep.
Yeah, so she was like, you know, things were moving for her and it was finally paying off, and then this happens. And then after that was the shooting. The shooting happened, and so her mom passed away in March 2019, and then she was shot in July 2020, and she called it in the documentary the worst year of her life. Now, she does get into Tory and that whole time, explains her friendship, how they became friends. They bonded over the fact that they had both lost their mothers. And then she talks about sleeping with Tory Lanez. Let's take a listen to that.
I used to be so confident in myself, and I used to be, it wouldn't have been a time where anybody would have asked me about somebody, and I would have been like, you know, I would have been like, so, okay, yeah, I did that. I like to what about it? But the way, like, they have villainized me for being this type of person, it started to make me second guess myself. Yes, bitch, I lied to Gayle King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that. She's always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I like once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Bitch, you kept catching me out of my mind. I find myself consumed in the part. And I'm like, wait, this is not what this is about. If my mom was here, I wouldn't be going through this.
The world went crazy when that clip dropped online. Now, people were arguing about this, about, you know, she's admitting that she's lying, and how is she admitting that she's lying and he's sitting in jail, and, you know, all of that. And Tory's team actually came out with a statement and said that the fact that Megan lied about her sexual relationship with Tory is obviously makes her an unreliable witness. If someone lies in front of millions of people, how can you trust what they say any other time? And, you know, he's trying to appeal right now, and they're saying that, you know, they're going to include any false statements that were ever made by Megan. Now, I will point out, people were acting like she didn't get on stand and admit that she had slept with Tory the second day that she was testifying in court, back when the trial was happening.
It's not like if she made those statements, if she made those false statements on the stand, that's a different story, but she didn't.
No, she talked about it in court.
That's what I just said. If she didn't make those false statements on the stand, then it don't matter.
Yeah, so, but people were making it seem like this was a revelation that would, like, bring Tory home. It won't. It didn't help him when they were in court. So I don't know. But also, too, I will say that in the documentary, when she talks about Kelsey, because people were also surprised that Kelsey was in the documentary, because Kelsey, who used to be her best friend and assistant, and her no longer speaks since all of the shooting stuff. I was like, wow, her and Kelsey were also super, super close. Like, Kelsey was around, you know, during the passing and the time of her mom. They'd been friends for years. She kind of stepped into the place that Megan's mom was in at one point, helping her on the road, and then all that just ended. I know I said this before, but I was sitting there thinking, like, she really don't have nobody. Like, her mom is not here. Her dad is not here. She's not friends with Kelsey anymore. It's like, dang.
So to go back to the Tory thing real quick, I don't understand why people don't believe two things can be true. Like her having sex with Tory doesn't have anything to do with the shooting incident. Like I see everybody saying Meg lied, so they're trying to say if she lied about that and she lied about the shooting. I don't believe those two things have anything to do with each other.
I think it's because it's the lying about sleeping with Tory. There was she was not consistent in a lot of her statements about what happened. There was a lot of inconsistencies there. So people are basically saying like if you talk about that in court, you're not a consistent witness. It's hard to pin somebody for something like shooting.
But in court,
someone.
she told the truth about sleeping with Tory.
She did, but at the same time, there was like even the detective said that a lot of things that she was saying in court were not consistent with what she told police prior to that. So you know what I mean? Like they're just saying like, yo, how you believe her?
Inconsistency.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I didn't really care. I was more concerned about her calling Gayle King a bitch over and over. Like, Meg, respect your elders.
No, as a girl, I mean, it was a little
No,
hard to hear.
No, ain't no as a girl.
As a girl,
respect
you know,
your
she just
elders.
being like...
No, that is your elder.
Like, okay.
No, it's different. If y'all
I wouldn't say
if
that.
y'all the same age,
I wouldn't say that.
I understand.
Not
That's
about
your
Gayle King.
elder. No, I know. I'm not letting y'all get that. Nope, that is your elder.
So she got to come out with an apology for that.
I mean,
that's
come out with an apology,
up to her, but my point is, I'm sitting there listening to it as a nice sovereign man. Like, damn, why you keep calling Gayle King a bitch over and over? Like, you
like that's your homegirl. She be in a group chat.
That ain't your little friend.
The first time I heard it was a little. It was like,
that ain't your little friend now.
Oprah gonna hear this, girl.
That ain't your little friend. Now I do agree. Gayle ain't had no business asking you that. All right, but that ain't your little friend.
That's Gayle's job.
Interviews.
Not really.
She didn't say disrespectful. She was asking because she was trying to see how close they were in that relationship.
But that was also
when that
the
shooting
rumor.
happened. Yeah,
there was the rumor at the time was that her and Kelsey were getting into it on Tory.
I don't even look at Gayle as that type of interviewer to ask.
But she was
those
talking
type of
about the shooting, and they were talking about how close they were.
It's not her being messy. It was relevant to the case.
Yeah, I think it was relevant.
Why was it relevant to the case?
Because the conversation at the time was that her and Kelsey were arguing over Tory because they both had been dealing with him.
It's definitely relevant.
And that Kelsey
Gayle
found out
that
Meg had slept with or had been with Tory.
Yes, it was definitely
Kelsey
relevant.
found out, about Meg. So I don't understand why not ask.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't like her calling a bitch over and over. Respect your elders. That's all.
All right. Well, that was Jess With The Mess with Laura LaRosa.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.